Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this edition of Anytime Readings. And the title of this one is just a quick message from your angels. What is it that you need to hear right now? What message is coming through for you from your angels? And trust that you have been led here for a very special and specific reason. So stay tuned. And my name is Carla, and this channel is LunAscention. Please do check out my socials below. I'd love to see you there. And I'd like to just invite you to take a few deep breaths as you tap into your intuition, as you allow yourself to be led, to be guided. And ask your angels to be present. Ask that they may speak through me, through this portal today. Know that time is not a real thing. Time is only but an illusion. And so, therefore, this can always work. You are here for a reason. Breathing right into the pits of your stomach, allowing your stomach to balloon outwards. And allowing yourself to just acknowledge how you feel right now in this very moment. Feeling that divine presence, feeling the presence of yourself, feeling your beating heart, and asking that you will be led to the correct reading. And taking one more deep breath in, and opening your eyes. And you will see that on your screen are 3 stones. Here we have a quartz cluster, a clear quartz cluster, a purple amethyst, and a piece of petrified wood. And just see which one you're feeling drawn to. Perhaps it's the first one that called to you when you opened your eyes. And then you can check in the description below and find the timestamp for your specific reading. I hope you enjoy. Beautiful. People who chose the clear quartz, your angels really want you to know that you are absolute magic, that you have been making wishes, and that you are causing shifts within your life that are so profound, that are so deep, that have such a ripple effect upon your life. And you know, sometimes what's happening is when we set out the intention to manifest or call something specific in, often what happens is certain things bubble to the surface in order that we may release them. So I want you to trust that there is a divine order in the way things are unfolding right now for you, but you are seeing a lot of positivity, and you're really putting in that beautiful work of meditation, of coming home to yourself, essentially, of tapping in with your soul, tapping in with your own presence, right? Doing that work in whatever form this takes for you, right? Maybe you have a magical practice or a daily ritual practice where maybe you do yoga or Tai Chi and then you meditate, or Maybe it's just prayer or journaling, something like this, but it really is paying off. And really what it's doing is it's opening up gifts, natural gifts that you have in terms of being claircognizant. So claircognizance is when you just have an innate sense of knowing, essentially. It's a sense of knowing, you know, when something unfolds or when someone says something, you just know when you hear truth. You just know it resonates within your body and you feel it so profoundly, so deep within yourself. And I want you to know that you can trust this. Your angels want you to know that this is how they are speaking to you. It's through those sensations in your body that you are able to pull this through. You really are being called to do this work, and you've been listening. And here is your affirmation. Here is the solidification, the divine message coming through to say you've called for it, you've put action in, you've put intention in, and it is paying off. Things are happening. And that when you constantly bring yourself into that good feeling space, clearing your mind, clearing out the debris, when fears arise, you face the fears. When difficult situations arise, you come at it with compassion, with a sense of centeredness, a sense of heart-centeredness. And that this is really when the world is at your feet. This is really when you can manifest and create anything. And you're doing it. You are magic. You are amazing. So congratulations. Revel in that divinity. Keep doing this beautiful work. I'm so excited for you. Please know that while you are moving through this time of healing, this time of needing to see things, this time of reveling in the beauty and the joy that is you, but also this time of reveling and releasing in all the things that you choose to no longer be. Your angels are with you and they are holding you through this work. It is profound. You are amazing. And thank you so much for watching. Please, if you did enjoy and you would like more, of course I do personal readings. Drop me an email. Everything would be linked below. I also do a live channeling session, which is about an hour every week on my Instagram, which is also linked below. I'd love to see you in this live space. If you'd ever like to tap in for one of those sessions, of course I'm also on Facebook and I sometimes do some rituals there which you could participate in if you would like to. So I'd love to link up in more spaces. Thank you so much for watching. With love. Beautiful souls that have chosen the amethyst. What is coming through from your angels is a couple things. Firstly, you are safe. You are safe and you are held, and you can always call on the angels to place protective light over you. And just visualize that, just ask, just know that it is always answered when you ask. And I get the sense that many of you have been asking and you have been feeling that protection. And so continue with that beautiful, beautiful work. The other thing that's coming through is that your angels are really they're really communicating with you new spiritual understandings, right? And often the way our angels speak to us is through other platforms, through symbols, through repeating messages that come through the words of others, through videos that you keep finding. And, you know, it's one thing to understand a spiritual concept conceptually, but it's a whole nother thing to integrate it into your life and to fully take that understanding on. And so you're really ready to move into that next layer, which is further than just cognitive understanding, right? You are protected. You are protected. One of the best ways for you to bring enjoyment into your life, to understand abundance and to tap into that abundant flow, is also for you to really share that with others. So as you work, as you manifest, as you create, it's so important that you take a moment to just share what you've created, to share it with others. This is really what accelerates you in a very, very profound way. The one thing that you need to be cautious of at this time is getting too lost in the mental realms. Just bring things back down to earth, bring things back down to grounding. You can do this by going for a walk. You can do this by praying and then doing something physical, right? Eating is also very grounding, brings us back into our bodies. If you've been doing a lot of fasting and this kind of thing, you might just be a little bit too disconnected from your body. There is a reason you incarnated here at this time, and there is a reason why you chose to incarnate in this body. And while it's important to understand that we are not the body, you also need to remember there's a reason you're here, and give thanks for being in this body, and to enjoy using the body as a divine tool, essentially, a beautiful home for your spirit. It's not who you are, but it is a sacred vessel. And while you find yourself right now at the very beginning of a new journey, right, a cycle, there are certain things, certain lessons that you can bring in from previous cycles. But because this is a brand new cycle, there are certain things that you essentially are ignorant about within this cycle. And that's not an insult, right? All of us are ignorant to some things. And this is the joy and the excitement of being upon a new adventure, is there are going to be lessons, there are going to be new experiences, but it also means that we don't necessarily have all of the tools yet to make the best decisions within those circumstances. So there is, of course, the risk of making poor choices, of, stepping on some sharp stones, essentially. So just tread carefully, just feel into yourself before each and every single step, which doesn't mean throw away the excitement. Like, just still have that beautiful childlike wonder and awe of this new unfolding process, but just be cautious and careful. And if you make mistakes, forgive yourself and call in that protection over and over again. Call in that protection. Beautiful souls. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you did enjoy and you would like more, of course I do personal readings. Drop me an email. Everything would be linked below. I also do a live channeling session, which is about an hour every week on my Instagram, which is also linked below. I'd love to see you in this live space. If you'd ever like to tap in for one of those sessions, of course, I'm also on Facebook, and I sometimes do some rituals there, which you could participate in if you would like to. So I'd love to link up in more spaces. Thank you so much for watching. With love. Now, beautiful souls who chose the Petrified Wood, welcome to your reading. And the first thing that's coming through is just to remember the power of your breath. And of course, the breath really represents spirit, right? It's that element of air, and it's the spirit of God. And just tapping into your breath helps you to remember that connection that you have with the rest of the universe, right? It's literally the taking in of nourishment through the air and fueling your body in really divine and beautiful, beautiful ways. And the breath can have such a profound impact upon us. If you breathe deeply, bring yourself into that space of calm, you really have the ability to tackle any situation. So your angels just want you to know that you have so much power in being able to tap into your breath. And through breath work, you can also invite in that connection, that deepened connection with your angels. And of course, if you look into yogic breathing exercises, maybe go and do some research into yogic breathing exercises, you can induce for yourself certain visions and certain understandings through a very deepened practice of the breath, right? What's coming through is you have been receiving certain visions recently. And your angels want you to know that there are certainly moments where they are sending through visual images to you that are divine messages. But in order for you to understand what is just coming through sort of that mind flow and what is actually coming through from the angelic realms, right, is to tap into the heart space, is to connect with yourself, is to meditate, and is to just get better at discerning which is which, right? And it really is a felt thing. It is a felt thing. And I think you know when it's divine guidance, right? Because it's not coming from a space of fear. It's coming from source energy, and source energy has a very specific feeling to it. And just getting into the practice of feeling what is source energy and what is just everything else, that is the practice for you to move through right now. Your angels really want you to know that in some ways you feel like you have this heavy burden, this heavy thing to carry, this big task to move through. And they want you to know that they're here to help you carry this. And whatever is old stuff from the past, it's safe for you to leave behind now. You can just like unburden yourself and release. And you do this through the forgiveness work. And the angels really are here to help you with that forgiveness work. So call upon them, ask them to remove the cords that are binding you to these old guilt things, and do the necessary sitting with the energy in order to process. Because, you know, sometimes we need to process, think through, and feel through a certain thing before we are actually ready to release it. Your angels want you to know that when aggressive energy comes through, again, coming back to the breath, you have the power to shift your energy and to not meet that aggression with more aggression. There is this sort of ungrounded aggressive energy that seems to be coming at you right now. And I want you to know, your angels want you to know, that you have the power to transmute that energy and to come at it with compassion, with love. And the thing is, that aggressive energy that's coming through to you, it is triggering old things from your childhood. And when you can recognize it for what it is, you've attracted that trigger because there's this thing you're still carrying from the childhood. And you need to ask yourself, why am I feeling that way? Why do I want to react in that way? And how do I release that? And once you can see the truth of that, it's so much easier to just let it dissolve and to do that forgiveness work. Because why do we want to carry around those grudges towards our parents or our caregivers or whoever it was, our oppressors, in whatever form that took from way back then? Like, it's not then anymore. We're here and now, and we have the ability to rewrite our own memories and to retell our stories in more empowering ways, in ways that make us free, in ways that make us feel free, in ways that set ourselves free. And your angels are really here to help you with recreating the narrative of your past. And they're showing you what needs to be healed through that aggressive, triggering energy that's coming at you. So good luck with this beautiful work. You guys have got this. You are amazing, and thank you so much for watching. Please, if you did enjoy and you would like more, of course I do personal readings, drop me an email. Everything would be linked below. I also do a live channeling session, which is about an hour every week on my Instagram, which is also linked below. I'd love to see you in this live space. If you'd ever like to tap in for one of those sessions, of course, I'm also on Facebook, and I sometimes do some rituals there which you could participate in if you would like to. So I'd love to link up in more spaces. Thank you so much for watching. With love.